Hi, welcome to your practice. We'll see if we can quiet the obsessiveness or the whatever's going on in the mind and pick up the body because we need to today. So let's go ahead and start lying on our backs. And if you're lying with your head towards the video, it will be a lot better. Then you won't have to move around so much. Once you lie down, take the next exhale out the mouth. Giving in to the heaviness of your body. And being okay with whatever is going on in your mind that you're focused on or having a hard time with. Go ahead and bend the knees, feet flat to the floor. I encourage you to have the eyes closed if you can, and then push into one foot. Let that knee go forward so the same hip comes off the ground, and then soften. So you'll push into your left foot, and the knee will go away from you. The right knee might move towards you, and then come back to center. A couple more times, side to side. Pushing in on your breath and returning to center on your exhale. So you're pushing into the foot, the knee is moving forward, the hip lifts a little. It's a little tiny walking motion. The opposite knee of the one you're pushing ends up moving a little bit towards the face often. And letting the mind's eye watch the difference from the right side to the left side. Seeing if there is mobility or stickiness or blankness or fluidity in your sacrum, that joint on the back of your bottom. Even if our mind gets stuck in something, we can let the body start to ooze open. The next time you come back to even bottom, release. Extend both legs out if you can, and take a moment to let your gaze shift inside to any sensations or after reverberations from those movements. Knowing that if your mind is really caught on something, it might be challenging, which is okay. Then we'll interlace the hands behind the head like an old-fashioned sit-up. And let the right elbow drift towards the right hip, the left elbow drifts towards the screen or the wall behind you. On your exhale, coming back. On your inhale, shifting the other way, left elbow towards the hip. So you're slithering and sliding, letting your mind's eye notice the space or lack of space between each rib. Does one side flow easier than the other? Is your mind too caught up to feel what's going on? If you have further to go, you may turn and look at the elbow that's reaching away from you and reach through that same side foot. So one side's getting longer. So as I'm reaching back through my right elbow, my right foot heel is reaching out on the ground. So reach out the heel, reach the elbow, look. Letting these movements match your breath. The next time your right elbow comes towards the ceiling or towards the wall will be your last. Releasing, taking a moment to see if the body is responding. Notice if there's tingling or whooshing or any sensations at all. Letting the mind's focus expand. Then we'll come over and roll onto our bellies, bringing the hands underneath the forehead, one hand stacked on top of the other. Tuck the toes underneath. Walk the toes towards the face. Not much will happen, but your knees will lift. Engage the quads. Push into the forearms And inhale and lift into a pseudo cobra or bhujangasana. On exhale, lower. Walk the toes towards the nose. Engage the quads above the knees in the middle. And on the inhale, lift up. On your exhale, lower. See if you need more firmness and support to inhale and watch the skin from your pubic bone lift towards your belly button. On your exhale, lower. One more time. When you release, bring your hands back under you. Push yourself back up through half plank and to child's pose. On your inhale, lift onto spider fingers, letting your knuckles lift, your wrists lift. On your exhale, soften. Several more breaths. Like each time you lift your palms, you get longer through the sides. Feel free to exhale any thoughts from the mind out the mouth. Beautiful. Let's come up to tabletop. Walk the knees under the hips and then bring the left foot out to the left. The right hand can turn slightly out. As you inhale, open, watch your hand move. As you exhale, be aware of the support beneath you, hand palm face up underneath. On your inhale, open. On your exhale, awareness of the support. So you push down so that you open with ease. One more time like that. And then when you come down, setting the hand down, lifting the knee down, opposite side, the left hand can turn slightly out. Push down, so as you inhale, it's effortless. As you come palm face underneath into the twist, feel the support, push into the support, and let the gaze and the mind expand. So inviting some little movement to the body. And with the mind, feeling the support and letting the mind spread out so that we find different solutions, different answers. Coming back, and let's sit to a comfortable seated position. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twisting towards your right. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, twisting towards your left. One more time, side to side. Feeling the ground beneath you. And the spreading out. The next time you come down, hands together, you'll bring them down. Transition back onto your belly. And bring the backs of the hands to the butt. On your inhale, lift the right hand up, the left foot reaching back. On exhale, down. On inhale, reach the left arm off your butt and back, and then the hand goes back to your bottom. So you're lifting opposite leg, arm at the same time, and setting the hands back onto the back of the bottom. You can continue like that, side one at a time, or you can inhale and lift both palms face towards you, and then backs of the hands on the sacrum. One more time, whichever version you're doing. Releasing the hands, bringing the hands under the shoulders. Plank or half plank, downward facing dog or half dog is always an option. Inhale onto your tippy toes. On exhale, let the hips scoot back and up. Couple more times, I encourage you to either close the eyes or let the gaze be super soft and unfocused. As the hips move back and up, the heels may soften. Inhaling onto the tippy toes. On exhale, hips scoot back and up. On your next exhale, forward into plank or half plank. On inhale, lift from your inner thighs to dog or half dog. Notice if your jaw got tight, your eyes got firm. Soften your gaze as you continue this movement. Feeling the ground beneath you and the movement in your body. Today we're not going for perfection. We're going for flow. The next time you come forward, lower all the way to the mat. Reach back through the heels before you point your toes. Hands come out to the sides in spider fingers, elbows towards the sky, and then we'll slither to one side and the other, coming up into cobra, and then slithering our way down. Several more slithers up. Push into the feet, especially the pinky toe side, so you feel the stability off of which you can move. So you can receive the support, letting your mind conceive of different ways, different solutions, different perspectives, different ideas. The next time you come down will be your last. Push up through plank or half plank, downward facing dog. You can always go into tabletop. Stage 1 will go from tabletop, and stage 2 we'll both bring the left foot forward into a low lunge, lowering the back knee. Hands can be to the waist or up towards the sky, together or apart. Pull your feet in towards each other so you feel weight go in behind your pubic bone, and then reach out the front knee, the back pinky toe, keeping the weight behind the pubic bone. You can even lean forward and you'll feel the weight go forward. Pull the feet towards each other till the hips are strong, and then send the strength through the front knee, the back pinky toe. Push into the feet and let the breath lift you. On your exhale, you might feel a slight soften. Letting the gaze shift with the breath. On the exhale, it comes more in front of you. On the inhale, it goes up, letting the mind expand from what it might be focused on. Hands come down, tuck the back toe, lift the knee, step back to plank. Holding plank for a moment, push into the feet, and inhale, lengthen out the crown of the head, the heels, like someone's holding you up. On your next exhale, downward facing dog. Feel free to bend the knees and shimmy and move. Move the jaw around, and let your body remind your mind to be fluid. Slowly coming back into stillness. When we're ready, right foot forward to low lunge, Anjaneyasana, back knee down, arms to hands, waist or to the sky. Pull the feet in towards each other so that the hips grow strong. As you reach out the front knee, the back pinky toe, be sure that the weight's behind your pubic bone. Push firmly into both feet so your inhale can rise up with ease, and your exhale brings your gaze back. So you let the breath move your body. Your inhale naturally lifts you, the gaze might look up. All the time being aware of the ground supporting you, so it's effortless and receiving to come up. The next time your hands come down, go ahead and step back to plank. Low, take a vinyasa if you'd like one, or rest in downward facing dog, child's pose, or half dog. Taking a couple moments here. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale, let's bring the left foot forward to a high lunge. Lower the back heel. And then stage 1, left hand to the knee. Stage 2, you just cartwheel the arms up, rising up into your warrior 2. You're off the ground. Your body's moving. On your inhale, straighten the front leg. On exhale, re-extend. Couple more times, feeling the ground through the back foot, keeping that ground so you flow forward back into the pose with ease. The next time you come into the pose, you'll stay, push into the floor, and feel your breath moving in your body. Your gaze, let it be really soft. On your next exhale, you'll cartwheel the hands down. The left hand can come to the thigh if you like. Lift the back heel. Right hand to the block or the floor as you twist towards the front leg. Reach out the back heel and the front knee. And let your breath move a little. Let the gaze be soft. If you're looking up, it's really soft past your fingers, so we're not focusing. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hand down. Pick up the foot, back to dog, half dog, vinyasa if you'd like. Feel the breath move in your body. So you're not holding anything rigid. Push into the feet, push into the hands if you're in dog. And let everything in between move as it needs to receive and let go of the breath. On your next exhale, right foot forward to high lunge. You can lower the back heel, right hand to the thigh to help stage one, or simply cartwheel the arms up into your warrior two stance. On inhale, straighten the front leg, push through the outer back foot. On exhale, re-extend. Smile to soften your gaze and your jaw. One more time with the movement. When you come into the pose, push into the feet and let the breath move as it would like through your body. On your next exhale, cartwheeling the hands down. You can always bring the right hand to the thigh to help. Left hand to the floor or the block as you twist towards your front leg. Reach back through the inner back heel. Squeeze the front leg in for support and let your gaze be soft past your fingers. Whatever your mind is stuck on, let it move past that and expand and soften. On your next exhale, the hand comes down and we will step back, downward facing dog, vinyasa or child's pose. Stage one, folks, are always welcome to come to standing at the front of your mat to transition. We'll bring the left foot forward again, rotate the back heel, left hand to the thigh or arm sweeping up as we come into a warrior two. Straighten the left leg, cartwheeling, left hand to the block or the floor, twisting towards the front leg. Untwisting, back heel grounds, right hand can push you up. Coming down, right hand to the block or the floor, twisting. Continuing, ground the back heel. You can always bring the hand up, straighten the bent knee, rotate the legs, back heel lifts, left hand down, right hand twists. A few more times, feeling whatever is going on in our mind, starting to expand out into all sorts of different possibilities. We often get stuck on wanting something, judging something, worrying about something. Oftentimes, we're not seeing the whole picture. Let your gaze spread as you play. The next time you come to the front of your mat will be the last. And then let's step forward to a forward fold. Inhale halfway for length. Take in all the sights gently. On exhale, close the eyes and let go. 2 more times. As you look up, let the gaze be super soft. As you exhale, the eyes close, letting go. Everything sorts itself out. Our mind shifts all the time. Hands to the waist or arms sweeping as you rise all the way up. As the hands come through center, recognize the support beneath you, releasing the hands and letting the eyes close and the body breathe. Receiving the support below you to surrender. And then we'll turn sideways on our mat, setting up for tree pose, Trikonasana. If you like a block, you'll put it in between the feet and set the foot down. If you don't need a block, you don't. We'll lift and spread the toes on the right foot, bending the left knee, bringing the foot any way to any height into tree. Hands can be at heart, waist, or the sky. See if you can slightly engage your core. Let the weight go down into the standing foot. Soften the gaze. And consider playing and receiving off that strength. Be aware of your hands moving in different directions if you can. Maybe the mind moves in different spots. Maybe it comes into center. Turning the knee in, setting the foot down, stepping wide for a starfish, toes turn out, knees turn out, arms up. On exhale, come into your center. On inhale, expand. So as you come in, it's what you're focused on, and then push through the feet, reach through the hands to let go. Let expansion happen and trust. Whatever the mind is stuck on will shift. Bringing the hands down, turning the feet to neutral, stepping towards the back of your mat. For tree pose, feel free to grab a block, lifting the right foot, turning it out, hands to waist, heart center is the strongest for most, or arms up. The end of your next exhale, engage the core and let the weight go down into the foot. Soften your gaze and see if you can receive the support of your leg and let there be movement. Even consider spreading the fingers, flicking them, like the mind has the ability to have all of these flickers of thought and to move around with ease, and then to slowly come back into center and settle in empty space. Turning the knee in, setting the foot down, stepping the feet wide. Starfish again, pulling into whatever's in our mind and then spreading out. Coming in, feeling the support so that as you extend, you can let go. This is a state of mind that happens to all of us. The next time you come out will be your last. Let's turn towards the back of your mat, cartwheel the hands down. You can tuck the back heel if you haven't, and let's have everyone right elbow to the knee. Ground into the legs, so that you can sweep the left arm overhead, palm face down, shoulder opens. Feel the support beneath you, the groundedness, so that you can flow, that you can move, that you can explore different possibilities. The next time you come forward, you'll push through both feet, let the top arm come up. Switching to the other side, left elbow to the knee. Hand can always be to the waist. Or really push through the feet to help you move. Let your gaze follow your hand, letting your mind start to soften and be where it is at the moment. Way easier said than done. The next time the arm comes overhead will be the last. Then let's cartwheel the hand down, step back, and we'll come into side plank. So stage 1, left foot down, left knee down, left foot behind you. You can take full plank, middle plank, side plank that is, or full. If you have further to go, the top arm comes overhead. Fill up the top rib. On your exhale, bottom rib lengthens towards the bottom armpit. 2 more times. Feeling the support of the hand to push you up. The next time you come back, you'll unravel and we'll go to the other side. You can always lower the knee, turn the foot out, bring the top foot in front, or stack. Wherever you are, push into the hand to receive the support to move. On exhale, the bottom rib pulls towards the bottom armpit. Several more times. Well, 1 more time now to be exact. Wee, little playful, and then go ahead and come down, lower all the way to your belly, and we'll set up for a quad stretch. Right hand under the forehead, stage 1. Right forearm directly under the shoulder, stage 2. Grab onto your back, left foot with your left hand. Push into the pinky toe side of your long leg for support. On inhale, kick the leg open a little, and on exhale, squeeze in. 2 more times. Letting your mind's eye notice the shift in your muscles. On in, next time you arrive, stay for a few moments. And now watch your breath change the sensation in your muscles or in your body. Watching change and shift, maybe close the eyes so the gaze goes inward. And inviting the mind to allow change, shift, acceptance. Releasing the leg, opposite side. Inhale, kicking back. Exhale, squeezing in. Push through the pinky toe side of the long leg. Eyes closed, watching the sensation change in your quad or in your muscles, and then staying. Watch if anything shifts with the inhale and the exhale. Noticing a constant shift helps us get out of tunnel vision or super focus or super worry. Every moment is different. Releasing the hands, the foot, bring the hands under the shoulders, push yourself up through plank or half plank, downward facing dog. Stage 1, or if you're tired, feel free to go to the front of the mat to meet us. Otherwise, you'll inhale, lift the left foot towards the sky, and on exhale, bring it forward, rising up into a warrior 1. On inhale, straighten the front leg. On exhale, reground. 2 more times, really feeling the ground of the back foot and watching the sensation change. The next time you come forward will be your last. Stage 1, hands through the center. Stage 2, forward, stepping back, lower onto the knees. Left foot turns out. Left hand may turn out into side plank. Lift the back leg, bend the knee, grab onto the foot, kick the foot back and open, and receive the support. Let the gaze be soft, and push into the grounded foot, the grounded hand. Push the foot away from you and feel the top arm be pulled open, receiving space. Slowly undoing to neutral. We can go back through dog. You can surely come to the front. If you need a vinyasa, take one. As you're ready, right leg to the sky. On exhale, brings it forward. Back heel grounds, warrior one, rising up. Straighten the front leg to receive the support so that you can move back into the pose with ease. As you straighten, you feel your back foot support you so that you can move. Knowing that we can support ourselves so that our minds can shift off of something they're stuck on. Hands come through the center or forward, stepping back to plank, lower to the knees, right foot turns out, possibly right hand turns out. Lifting the back leg parallel, grabbing onto the foot, kicking the foot back and open, and letting the heart open, the tongue soften by pushing down into the parts that are on the ground and pushing the left foot into the hand, letting ourselves be open to possibilities. Bringing the leg back to center, slowly undoing, and we will go back to our lovely dog. Child's pose or vinyasa are always an option. Let's inhale the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it back where you got it from. Other side. Let your gaze be soft or closed. Even consider closing your eyes and feeling instead of thinking. Bringing the left foot forward, rising up into warrior two. You can always come to standing and meet us. Reach back, left hand to the hip. Push down into the hip, the right arm overhead. Push down to receive the support to move. Soften your gaze, smile. Push through both feet. Let the top arm help pull you back up. I'm going to have to move back a little bit, and we're going to come into half moon. Feel free to grab a block under the left hand. You can stay there, or you can bend the knee, grab onto the top foot for kickstand, for chapasana, half moon with the bind. Noticing your breath and the extension of your limbs in space. The extension of our mind into possibilities. Gently releasing the leg to straight, unwinding, set the foot down, downward facing dog, vinyasa, or child's pose. If you're resting, feel the support underneath you, close the eyes, and let the body move with the breath. As you're ready, inhale right leg to sky. On exhale, it lowers. Inhaling the left leg to the sky. On exhale, it lowers. Feeling the expansion of space and possibility. On exhale, the right foot forward, warrior two. Ground the back heel, rising up. Reach back, left hand to the hip. Right arm to the sky or overhead. Push into the hip to receive the support to soften and open. Smile. Gaze soft. Push your both feet to cartwheel back up. And again, I need to move back to come into half moon. Left hand's going to come to the block or the floor. Sorry, right hand to the block or the floor. You can stay in this expansion. You can even try closing the eyes, which makes it a whole lot harder. Or you can bend the top knee, grab onto the foot, and kickstand chapasana. Feel your extremities expand. Feel your mind expand into possibilities. Releasing and letting go. Bend the front knee, rising back. Cartwheel the hands down. Let's step back. Downward facing dog. Shake the face out, the head out, the neck out. Make sure your face doesn't get stuck in serious face. Who would want that? Go ahead and lower to the knees as you're ready, and we'll transition onto our backs. If you can jump through, go ahead and jump through. Some of you might want a strap nearby. We'll come on to our backs and set up for bridge pose. Pushing into the feet, inhale, lift the hips, let the arms come overhead. On your exhale, opposite way. Several more cycles. I encourage you to close the eyes and instead visualize the movement of the arc of your arms. The arms can stay to the sides, rise up, still visualize it. Lengthen the back of the bottom towards the back of the knees. Squeeze the legs gently in, push down into your feet, and watch your chest and belly move from off of that strength. If you have further to go, you may interlace the hands, pressing the knuckles, pressing the wrists into the floor. On your next exhale, go ahead and lower down. And we'll transition onto our side for Anuttanasana. So line up as much as you can. You might need a strap for this, which is fine. Bend the top knee, bring the knee up, set the foot behind you. Check that you're all lined up. If this gets too challenging, you can always bend the bottom knee for a kickstand. Top foot comes on top. Push down into your bottom thigh to reach out the bottom heel, but out the bottom elbow. If you have further to go, bend the knee, grab on to a strap or the big toe. If you have further, let your mind expand. We have so many possibilities. Reach out both feet. Bending the knee, setting the foot on the thigh or behind, and then we'll transition over our back to our other side. When our mind gets stuck, it's good to help it broaden. Bend the top knee, turn the knee up so the foot sets behind you so you can stack up. If you need to make it a little less challenging, bend the grounded knee for a kickstand. Top foot comes onto inner thigh in tree pose. And then you can grab on and extend up. See if you can soften your gaze and imagine your mind spreading out to your extremities. Like the thoughts expand out so there's space between them. For possibilities or wobbliness, in my case right now. As you're ready, go ahead and bend the knee, set the foot down on the thigh or behind, and then we'll transition on to our backs. You've made it to your Shavasana. Yogi's choice, anything that feels good to you. If you'd like to take another back bend, please feel free. If you'd like to take a twist, feel free. If you'd like to simply hug the knees in or grab onto the ankles and let them dangle, that would be my preferred recommendation for today's practice. Letting the legs dangle off the long arms and letting go of have to, need to. If you've chosen any twists or any twists basically or side bends, do something symmetrical before you join us in Shavasana. We'll extend the legs out. Feel free to support under the legs or bend the knees if you have any back issues. Take the next exhale out the mouth. Letting your mind's eye drift to the tingling and sensations and the lightness in the body after moving, and the heaviness of the brain after letting go. So we feel the lightness and tingling and sensations in our body, while the brain softens towards the back of the skull. Letting the eyes soften towards into their sockets, as if the eyes soften all the way back to the ground. The tongue is soft and wide in the mouth. Letting the mind and the thoughts gently pause with the end of the exhale, stopping for a moment in that empty space. If you have longer, feel free to stay in this Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, we're getting close to the end. Let the breath slightly lengthen. Invite movement back to the body however you'd like. When you're ready, you'll bend both knees, roll onto the right side for a few complete and luxurious breaths on your side. Using the hands to help push yourself up to any comfortable seat. I encourage you, if the knees are higher than the hips at all, to sit on something and let those hip flexors relax. Hands can rest anywhere that's comfortable. At heart center in Anjali Mudra, or let the fingers spread and the pinkies and thumbs stay together. Letting your mind be open to possibilities. As the hands come back to neutral, bowing the head, gazing within. Honoring the teacher within. Taking another breath, seeing the teacher within and knowing that everything you need is right inside. The end of the next exhale, lift the chin to neutral. May there be seeds of peace, and may all beings be at peace. Namaste.